Hi, it's Lucy, and today we're here to talk about something slightly unrelated to books. You can tell by the thumbnail and potentially the title, but I don't know what I'm even going to call this. Probably something like Black Lives Matter in Booktube, or I don't even know what to call this. That could be a title. We'll see. It's a surprise to you and me. I wasn't even planning to make a separate video about this because lots of other booktubers by now have done their own videos on it, but I was going to mention something about it in the beginning of the next video I'm planning to post film. And as I was planning it, I realized that it was too long and I should just make the separate video because it was going to be the length of a whole video anyway. So here I am talking about it. First, I want to say Black Lives Matter. If you didn't know I thought that, then I don't really know why. You can see how I look, what my hair looks like, what my skin looks like, what my bad nails look like. Anyway, but in case you missed me on Twitter or the community post that I did 2 days ago now, then you should know that I think Black Lives Matter. I support the Black Lives Matter movement. Rest in peace to George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and the countless other lives that have been lost due to police brutality and the racism that is in this country and throughout the world. If somehow you don't know what's been going on, people have been protesting for over 7 days. This is the longest protest that I've seen, that I've been aware of, or not the longest, but the most widespread. All 50 states have protested, as well as multiple countries. I think something like 20 other countries have also been protesting in support of the Black Lives Matter movement in America. I want to thank all those people who are currently out protesting and risking their physical safety and their lives for all of us. If you are Black and watching this and have been on Twitter, been watching the news, existing, I hope that you are taking care of your mental health. I wish you nothing but safety and the best. And I hate that it took a video of a man being murdered in cold blood for this to happen, for people to listen to us, to listen to Black people who have been saying we have been experiencing this for years, for decades. I hate that every day I get up, I get on twitter.com, I get on social media. I don't even have to get on social media. It shows up in my inbox. I see the police assaulting protesters who are peacefully protesting, and even if they're not, whatever they're doing is never to the level that the police are attacking them back. I've seen pictures of the police saying this is what the protesters threw at us, and it's a can of White Claw. So the police response to that is tear gas. It doesn't make sense. And I hate that is being experienced by people, and that is the only way that we are getting people to speak up for us, that we have to be harmed in order for that to happen. And I hate that we have to do this during a pandemic. And I hate that we now have to protest during this. And I hate that when the second wave does come, it will be blamed on the protests and not the fact that the protests had to happen because police keep killing us. And the fact that the racist police and government have been abusing their power for far too long. So all that being said, I do have links in the description box for places you can donate, places that you can donate if you don't have any money or you are struggling financially, petitions you can sign. I don't really know how petitions work, but there are also things you can do, such as calling your government, even if you're not in America. I guarantee your country has anti-Black racism, and the minorities in your country are probably still not treated that well. Because of this discussion, people worldwide are also talking about how Black people can be supported in all their endeavors, whether that's in business, at work. I've been seeing a lot of Twitter threads about how Black people and other people of color have been treated racistly at their workplaces, and people are talking about that, and I'm glad all these conversations are opening up, because racism is not just about the big huge things. Of course, obviously, we do not want to be killed for our skin color, but not being murdered is the bare minimum. We don't want to be discriminated against at all. So once again, Booktube is part of the world, so we are once again having this diversity discussion conversation. So I wanted to give my kind of 2 cents on that part as well. I actually did some digging, and apparently I am actually one of the oldest Black booktubers on this platform, like currently filming videos. I'm sure there are people who maybe started before me and then stopped filming videos, so I can't find theirs. And there are obviously a few people like currently filming videos who have started before me. A few of them that I can name are obviously LucieReads and Smiles, who's currently the biggest Black booktuber on this platform. Bookish Realm is another one who is still filming videos and who's made her own videos about this time and time again. And I think she's also hosting a like roundtable discussion. Christina Marie has been on this platform. She was the oldest channel that I could find, but yeah, she's been doing this for at least 8 years. My 5-year Booktube anniversary is actually in about a week and a half. My first video was posted June 16th, 2015. So yeah, that'll make 5 years for me on Booktube. And I'm saying all this to say that I have been around for almost every diversity discussion that there has been on this platform. Bookish Realm actually reminded me, like not specifically me, but she tweeted about one where a white supremacist made a video talking about how she hated diversity or something. They didn't know she was a white supremacist, but then she deleted her video and then transformed her channel into literally a white supremacy channel. So that's fun. And I did miss that video, but I did not miss the fallout. I do remember seeing a bunch of videos talking about diversity around that time, and I went back and looked because it made me like question myself, and I was like, was I around? And I probably missed it because I was still in school, and like that was the beginning of the school year, so I was probably just very busy and not on Booktube as much. But I did see, you know, some videos that were around diversity on Booktube. So yeah, I've been around for almost every diversity discussion Booktube has had. And I've seen a pattern. People make these videos promising to do better. They do what people are doing now, make these Twitter threads about here are all the Black booktubers I know, here are all the people of color booktubers I know, here are the Black bloggers, all these things. People maybe read a book by a Black author or another author of color, and they go, I did it. And then it all lasts for about maybe 2 weeks, a month if we're lucky, and then everything goes back to normal. The people you sub to because you felt guilty because you weren't doing what you should have been doing now have more subscribers, yes, but worse engagement because people didn't subscribe to them for the right reasons. Not because they enjoyed their content in any way, but because they felt bad that Black booktubers don't get a fair shake. So the only people who are watching their content are people who were subscribed to them before it was cool. So yeah, I'm kind of here to say I'm not super hopeful. I want to be hopeful. I need to have hope, because if we don't have hope, then I just sit in my disappointment and sadness, and that's no way to live. I'm a little hopeful because this was so big. This wasn't just a movement started because someone made one bad video and then everyone was like, that person is bad. This was part of a bigger movement that's currently going on worldwide. So maybe that will be something that helps us change. I don't know. I hope that it does. I hate that if it does change after this, that it had to be because we had video of a man being murdered. We had video of multiple other people being murdered. That makes people go, oh, I should read a book by a Black author. Will disappoint me. So maybe there is no way we can win, but I guess I would be more disappointed if it means we don't change. I will end this video by going back to what I said before. With all these threads that people are doing of Black booktubers, Black bloggers, Black bookstagrammers, look at their content. See if you like their content. Make an effort to like their content, because maybe that person talks a different way than you and people like to sit in their comfort zone. So make an effort to engage with their content. But if you are making an effort, maybe you just don't click with that person. I'm not saying you have to like every person's content you come across. That's probably a whole other conversation Booktube should have. But just make an effort. And if you find that you don't click with them, it's okay. You can unsubscribe. If you found my channel through one of those threads or something like that, I think I'm in a couple of like databases of Black booktubers and people of color. Like look through my old videos. Probably the last year. You don't need to go further than the past year. Do you like who I am as a person? Do you like the way I speak? Do you like the books that I talk about? Do you like the videos that I create? And the answer is no. It's okay. You can unsubscribe. I'll be fine. If someone shouts out a newer and they don't have like a larger backlog of videos to watch, subscribe to them. Watch the next couple of videos they produce. And if you find that you don't like the videos that they produce, or you actually don't even click on the videos they produce, unsubscribe. It's better for everyone. And I want to end off on, don't just look for Black booktubers, Black Instagrammers, Black bloggers right now. Make sure you're looking for them in the future. Make sure you're engaging with their content in the future. Make sure you're reading Black books in the future about Black people, and not just for the next month, not just while these protests are going on. It has to be forever, for life. You have to make a change. Someone talked about how it has to be like a lifestyle change. You just have to incorporate these books into your reading life. Incorporate these people into your life. Same goes for Black businesses. And I don't just mean during February, I literally mean all year. And the last thing I will say is, if you're a white or a non-Black person of color, use your voice. Now is the time that Everyone else is doing it, so you'll be cool too. Talk about what is going on. Use your platform, even if you don't think you have a platform. Look at your family. Look at your friends. You know, that great uncle who, you know, just sometimes says things are off, talks about the colored family across the street. Talk to them. Silence is complacence. I'm sure it can feel scary, but it is scarier being Black and watching video after video of people being murdered for their skin color that you share. And so that's, I guess, how I'm gonna end this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Hopefully this all made sense. It flowed together. I did plan it, but you know, I plan all my videos and sometimes they just don't make sense. So yeah.